The greatest suffering often doesn't come from the situation itself, but from our resistance to it. When something hurts, our first instinct is to fix it, or to escape it, or to explain it away. The mind immediately looks for a solution, something fast, something that will make the discomfort stop. And while the mind is busy solving, the emotions are pushed aside. We tell ourselves we don't have time to feel this, that we need to be strong, that thinking about it too much will only make it worse. So we distract ourselves. We stay busy. We analyze instead of listening. But resistance doesn't remove pain. It often multiplies it, because what is ignored doesn't disappear. It waits. And the more we fight an experience, the more tension we create inside ourselves. Very rarely do we stop and ask a different question. What is this experience trying to show me? Not how to end it, not how to escape it, not how to turn it into something positive. Just, what is it asking me to notice? Often, what hurts the most isn't the situation itself, but the effort of pretending we're unaffected by it. And sometimes, the moment we stop resisting is the moment the experience begins to change, not because it disappears, but because we finally allow ourselves to see it clearly. Sometimes, what we call a crisis is the moment an old version of us comes to an end, and what we feel in that moment is not a punishment. It's a signal. Not everything that feels heavy is a mistake. Fatigue is not weakness. It's often the body asking for honesty. After carrying too much for too long, sadness is not failure. It can be the quiet response to something that mattered and is now changing or leaving. And feeling lost does not mean you are moving backward. It often means the old map no longer fits, but the new one hasn't appeared yet. Awareness rarely arrives as clarity. More often, it arrives as discomfort, as questions without answers, as the sense that something inside you can no longer continue the way it used to. This is not regression. It's transition. And transition feels unstable, only because it hasn't settled yet. Instead of asking how to end this, try asking what this has activated within me. Not how to make it stop, not how to move past it quickly, but what has become louder inside me. What can I no longer ignore? What no longer feels sufficient, even though it once did? These questions are not meant to fix anything. They are meant to reveal, because awareness does not always bring relief. Sometimes it brings truth, and truth can feel uncomfortable. Not because it's wrong, but because it asks something of us. It asks us to stop returning to what no longer fits. Even if it once felt safe, it asks us to listen, without rushing to change the feeling, without turning it into a lesson too soon. Awareness is not an answer. It's a turning point, a quiet moment where you realize something inside you has already shifted, and from that moment on, going back becomes harder than moving forward. This is how change begins. Not loudly, not all at once, but with a simple willingness to see what is already there. What you're going through right now didn't come to break you. Maybe it came to interrupt survival mode. The constant tension, the need to push through everything. Maybe it came to remind you that you don't have to be alert all the time, that not every moment requires strength or endurance or explanation. And maybe this experience is asking you to listen, not to the noise around you, but to what has been quiet inside you for a long time. The part of you that didn't need to be fixed, only heard. Stay with that. Without rushing to understand it, let the music carry what words don't need to.